Good Thursday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your Talking Live forecast update here on your July the 16th, 2026. Definitely starting to feel that humidity climbing back up there as we got some sunshine clouds, and we're already popping a few scattered showers and thunderstorms, which will continue to linger a bit as we go into the weekend. Now, before we get into this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel's Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you're watching on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. But very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all weather updates, just like this one. All right, let's get into today's report, shall we? As we take a look at some sunshine, some clouds there in the Chattanooga area. We do have some showers nearby here. You may have to dodge later this afternoon. And as we look at Helen, Georgia as well, looking at a mix of sun and clouds as well, as we're getting some showers starting to bubble up in across North Georgia as well. Now, as we look at the local radar, you see where some of this activity currently is sitting. You see some there across northern Alabama. You see some scattered storms here storms across North Georgia, a little bit here across East Tennessee and Central Tennessee. And they're going to continue to bubble up here with the daytime heating for this afternoon as temperatures are warming up quite nicely. Already sitting at 89 degrees there in the Chattanooga area. So things warming up here for this afternoon. Seeing upper 80s up there across East Tennessee. So again, a warmer day, definitely more humid outside. You can feel that in the air. And one thing also noticing here with these storms is they got this kind of looping. Not much movement with these things. So if you get up underneath one of these showers, it may linger for a little while and get some pretty decent downpours. Now, these storms typically they pulse up and pulse down and that kind of thing. So, again, they will kind of fire off one area of activity, then maybe somewhere else, fire up somewhere else. And that's what we're going to see here for this afternoon. Now, the Ghost 19 satellite has been down here for about 24 hours. I think they've shifted over to the backup right now. So these images are just now starting to come on in here in the last few minutes. But you kind of see the mix of sun and clouds here across East Tennessee and North Georgia here for right now. I'm not sure if they've got 19 back up or if they're using Ghost 16, the older satellite, for the moment right now. But I'll get you an update on that here for tomorrow. Now, as we take a look at the tropics real quick, we're going to continue to watch the northern Gulf in here, where a potential low could form in here. Now, whether it becomes a depression or a storm, low risk here. We're talking only about a 20% chance right now, but definitely going to influence the rains there across Florida. I always watch these things because the steering currents are pretty weak, and if this thing were to stall or drift back to the west and then maybe come northward, it could have an impact on our weather as far as rain totals or rain potential. So that's why I keep a watchful eye on something like this. Now, for the meantime, as far as the short term is concerned, that is a non-factor as it stands right now. As you see the heavy rain threat there across portions of East Tennessee for today. But coming into East Tennessee, North Georgia for tomorrow, as we're looking at about 50-50 chance of showers and storms. And then it kind of backs off. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we're looking high and dry. And it's going to be a bit on the steamy side, to say the least. So thunderstorm threat here for today is pretty low. Just the general thunderstorm threat here for this afternoon as we're seeing those stuff pop up. Same for Friday. But going into Saturday, we might see a marginal risk. So we're talking about a level 1 over here coming in across East Tennessee and portions of northeast Georgia here, where we could see an isolated chance of a severe thunderstorm or a special weather statement, strong storm or two in those zones. So as we look at our model data here, as we kind of got this looping on through, again, you kind of see the, again, isolated nature of these storms as we go through the period here going into the weekend. So again, not going to get a whole lot. There's that backdoor front coming in there on Sunday here on this model here. So again, let me slow this down for you a little bit here as we go into your Friday afternoon. That's what we're kind of focusing on. So you see a few scattered storms there across North Georgia and East Tennessee and coming into Alabama there around 9 o'clock. Then it dies off. And then as we go into your Saturday afternoon, again, seeing some storms there across East Tennessee, parts of North Georgia. Not a whole lot around Chattanooga area there, looking pretty quiet. And then going into your Sunday, looks like we've got something trying to come back here from the north and east coming down here going into Sunday with some storms there. Those lows look pretty mean, so could be severe potential there on Sunday as well. So we'll have to watch that closely here through the weekend. Now, let me go ahead and shift on down here toward the Gulf here real quick. I do want to go ahead and put this into motion to show you what's going on with this. So let me let this loop on through here. Again, we're watching to see if anything's going to develop in this zone here as we go into this upcoming weekend. You can see the storms there kind of in a drift to the west there a little bit. So it's something's trying to form out in here. We'll see what happens with it, but it's not moving all that much. So the more it stays out over that warm water, we'll see what happens if we get a depression form or a tropical storm. So stay tuned. We got time to watch this one We'll see what happens with this and see if it does have a factor in our weather at some point going into next week. All right, let's look at our weather maps here. Again, not looking all that bad here for the next couple of days, at least going as we finish up Friday and going into Saturday. So kind of a general thunderstorm threat. We may get a front that may back door into this thing going into next week. But for right now, not looking bad here for the weekend. Just scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not a washout, and definitely a bit on the steamy side. So the forecast here for Friday, we're going to go with a 50% chance of showers and storms at 90-73. Fairly seasonable for this time of year. Not too bad here. Morning lows here mostly in the 70s for tomorrow. Definitely feeling that humidity coming back up here. And as we go into the afternoon, things are going to be a bit steamy for sure. There's your temperatures there. Mostly into the upper 80s, a few 90s there. But when you factor in the fact that we got the dew points up running pretty high, it's going to feel a little bit hotter there. Middle to upper 90s. Not quite heat advisory criteria, but definitely feeling hotter to cool down. So make sure you stay hydrated if you're going to be out in this thing. And then as we go into your going into your Saturday morning once again, looking like we'll see temperatures here generally once again staying in the 70s. All right, let's look at your regional temperatures. Boy, they got a west wind or northwest wind. Check these out. We got triple digits up here across the Carolinas once again. Thanks to the down-sloping wind there. And temperatures elsewhere, pretty much typical summertime weather there from Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia. Next 7 days, here we go. Let's check this out as we got that rain chance there at 60% on Saturday. Maybe Sunday. Again, you saw the Sunday storms coming down there on the latest rapid refresh model. And, of course, we'll update that and fine-tune that forecast for tomorrow to get you ready for the weekend. We do kind of dry things out for next week, keep it in the low 90s and 70s here as we go into Wednesday and Thursday. Again, we'll keep a watchful eye on that system out in the Gulf to see if it has anything to say on our weather or not later. All right, now with these storms potential that's going to be there all weekend long, if you would like to have a free weather app, and it's absolutely free, compliments of yours truly, you can go to the Apple Store or Google Play and download it. It's North Georgia Majestic Weather. There's the QR codes if you like, and you can download that great weather app. It's going to alert you when there's rain approaching your area, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, as well as a futurecast. You can kind of see where that rain is expected to go over the next hour. One of the best weather apps in the business. You can go download this. Compliments of our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward out of Woodstock, Georgia. If you are in North Georgia in need of a roof, you've been putting that off, give these guys a call. They'll give you great customer service, great quality products, and for every job they do, they give a portion back to children's charity. It's truly a pay it forward organization, and it is a win-win all around. Check them out. All right, again, appreciate you guys checking us out here for your afternoon update here on your Thursday. One more day. We're almost to the weekend. And join us back again tomorrow for your weekend update. We'll get you ready for what to expect. All right, that's it for now. Make sure you give us a follow there on Facebook and over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all our weather updates. All right, that'll do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow. You guys enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Bye-bye.